I want you to look at this
All
chess
right,
board.
this was the final video of the year. I just put this video up a couple weeks ago as of recording this.
By a total of 6 points. And to make matters
What a
worse,
great intro. I
white
think this is a
just lost
fantastic
their
intro.
lead.
It
Black
kind of
is
gets
now
you
leading
hooked,
by
gets you
15
gripped.
points,
Hopefully
which
you're
puts
like,
you
oh,
down
I'm going to
where
stay and watch
13
this
points
because
is
this was
insane lead
exciting.
in chess. On
At least
average,
that's the
difference in
goal.
power
That's
in
always
chess
the
is
goal,
about
right?
3 points. But you see, there's a funny thing about chess.
Yeah, I
Chess,
love
in
this
my
intro.
opinion, is
I absolutely love this
basically mental
intro.
boxing. Why?
And so does the
Because
analytics.
anything
Retention
can
says that
happen in a split
it
second,
did pretty good
making the
too.
points
So
completely useless. And what Black didn't know is that his points actually
was
were
one move away.
completely useless. And White was actually just one move away from winning the game. Do you see the winning move? Pause the video and try and find it. All right, here it comes.
Bada bing.
Delicious checkmate. Yo, guys. So I had
Good
this
deal.
crazy realization the other day. Winning a game of chess legit makes you feel like
Yeah,
you're
so
God,
about this
especially if you
project,
beat your opponent
I've been
with
playing a
some
lot of
but
chess
that's
recently.
not the real
A
realization.
lot of
The real
chess recently,
realization
and
is that although chess is
I've been
a lot like
owning
the
pretty much a lot of my
metaverse where
friends
sports,
and
in
some
my
random
opinion,
people
it's
online,
also
and it
very
just
much
makes you
not
feel
like them because
so good once
chess
you hit that
is
checkmate.
very
Like
boring.
I think the best part about
Especially
chess
offline.
is that
It's my
move that
personal
they
belief that
make
with a good chess
right
commentator,
before
some chess
you get a
elite
checkmate,
plays
right?
can be very
Because you're
exciting.
sitting there like
But,
clinching
you know,
in some scenarios,
this
you're
chess
sitting there like
exhibition
clinching your
checked me out
pearls,
and
you're like
sold out
biting your
immediately.
toe,
But to
your
me, there's
nails.
something that
Like,
can
oh, if they make this
overcome
move, if they make this
the
move, it's over. If they make it, it's over. And then they make the move, you're like, yes, oh, like that feeling is so great. So, anyways, I was unsure what I wanted to upload. Or no, well, no, that's not true. I had a video that I wanted to upload, but it wasn't ready to be uploaded. So I spent a couple of weeks pivoted and made this game.
I haven't made a video game in a very long time.
And I hadn't made a video game in a very long time. So
Today, we're gonna try and make chess, but
that's an asset pack that I bought from the store just for that one shot. But I'll probably use it some other time. Maybe, probably not. I don't know.
This video is
Uh-oh. Who is it? Uh-oh. Who is it? Uh-oh.
Raid
Oh,
Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow
All right,
Legends.
guys. By this point, you already know the deal. Raid has champions. Raid
Yeah,
has bosses.
you can't
Raid has
really
regular
say
updates.
no to
is
Raid.
unstoppable. You
They
know it,
pay
I
so
know it. You
damn
don't need
well,
to be a
dude.
dead
They pay
horse.
really
Now, I've
well.
actually played Raid Shadow Legends, and I have to
It's
say,
like
my
you can
favorite
pay
part
your
about
rent
the
for
game
like
is building
3
up my
months
own
if you
team.
take a
There's
raid,
just
which is
something
like
about building
it's
up a
kind of
team
hard
on
to
my
say
own that
no.
just really gets me going. But be careful, guys, because it's kind of addicting. I was stuck playing Raid for some 2-3 hours, interested to see
Yeah.
how strong I could make my team. And
This ad is not as creative as the last one, only for the fact that like I didn't figure out that they were even interested till like the very last minute. Like I was about to upload, and then my manager was like, or no, yeah, they're like, hey, they want to do an ad, and I was like, oh, how much? And they told me how much. Oh yeah, I definitely can't say no to that.
All those goodies will be waiting for you here. So use the link in the description to download Raid today
So,
on mobile or PC.
That's the reason why I always like to do like super creative ads, but this one was just too last minute.
And so now here's where we're at. Games like
Anyways,
this are
resuming the
really
video.
easy. Well, kind of. I think the game that comes closest to the vision that
Man,
I've
I
been
love the
working on
concept with
this
Tory
project
Bash, but it's
is
just
a
too
game called
difficult
Tory
for me.
Bash. This game is a turn
Like, I don't have the
game
patience
where
to
the
sit there
objective
and
is to deal as much damage as
try and
possible
learn
to your
for
opponent
days
by
on
adding a
end.
force on a single muscle per turn. But you see, the problem that I have with this game is that the learning curve is just way too steep.
Yeah, it's
I
way
once
too
spent
steep.
2
Learning curve
hours
is just
trying
way
to
too
figure
steep.
it all out, and I still had no idea how to make it do what I wanted it to do.
That's just my
And
opinion,
while
though.
I understand that's part of the fun. In order for this to be anywhere as hype as chess, we need to make
That's such a
sure
great
that
clip. I
players
love
can
that clip so much. And the best part is the teacher. He's like trying to preserve the state of the game. Like everyone's like knocking the tables. Like, nah, back up, back up. Let me confirm.
You and your opponent
That's so
control a
funny.
fighter based on the cards that you draw from a deck. So, for example, if in my hand I have punch, kick, uppercut.
Yeah, I wish I would have sat down and really thought this out for Ultra Bouters, because a lot of people really like the concept of Ultra Bouters, and I think there's a lot of valid feedback and criticism about like removing the card aspect, which I completely agree. Even in the video I say that I'm not the biggest fan of the card aspect because it removes determinism. What was I gonna say though? Yeah, but I do wish that I would have sat down and really thought out like a better like system, a better engine for Ultra Bouters. But I will have you know that the other day I was playing around with Ultra Bouters 2. I removed the card aspect and it's looking interesting. There's still a couple things I need to figure out.
quite the technical challenge that
But there might be an Ultra Battles 2. Maybe. We'll see what happens.
This project is even possible. You see, I used the Unity 3D engine to build most of my games, but for this prototype,
yeah. So this was a big challenge. This was a huge challenge.
However, Unity's animation system does not like to play nice when it comes to timing.
Yeah, it's so much to explain. So like that you see right there is the original Unity animation system that is pretty much expected for you to use if you do any animations.
So I was pretty limited,
but I couldn't use that because it's not. It's just they don't give you the proper controls to like rewind and fast forward and all that stuff.
What you're looking at is animation data applied to a model, and I have complete control.
So I had to make my own, which was a proper challenge.
I can scrub forward in the animation. I can scrub backwards. I can sample at random. Hey, look at me,
dude. When I got to this point, I was so damn happy. I was like, no way, this is so cool. But this is when I knew that we could do something. We can do something. Maybe not make like an incredible little prototype, but we can do something with it.
Must return back to a resting pose if I want this to be smooth. Now this severely sucks because it means things like combos will
yeah, oh man, I wanted combos so bad. I wanted to do combos so bad.
Let's just embrace the jankiness and push on. There's nothing wrong with the janky prototype.
But it just didn't work out. Not for this prototype. I'm trying to make sure that the next one for sure can do combos, because without combos I just don't see it being hype. Like you need combos in a fighting game. No matter if it's a turn-based fighting game, you need combos. Like you have to have combos. It's just like the, what is it, the 7th law of physics, I think.
Again, the idea here with the pausing is that you get to assess the battle based on its current state and make an appropriate decision.
Oh man, dude, now I'm being reminded. Every step of the way was so damn frustrating. This part right here was so,
making a lot of progress much faster than that.
So frustrating.
Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Before we continue, I think it's important to remind you that I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just casting one stone at a time.
I love that. It's one of my favorite memes. What is a cow doing on the beach? Someone tell me, what is a cow doing on the beach?
You see, usually I just rely on Unity's animation system because it's pretty robust for traditional tasks.
Yeah, that's the point.
Using that and made my own janky hacked animation system that I ended up coding and throwing away 3 times before I had something that actually worked good enough. I couldn't rely.
Okay, I'm officially banning. This part was frustrating. I'm not gonna say that anymore.
My hacked animation system. The characters just straight up.
But look at this. Boom. I did not know how to solve that. Oh man, I didn't know how to solve it.
I legit have thoughts just giving up coding completely.
I almost said what I just banned, but I'm not gonna say it.
At least when the bugs from that job gives me problems, I'll at least get.
That's a great bit. I don't care what anyone says. Those 2 images are a great bit.
Sleep and a brief change of pace, the perfect solution came.
The patented PlayStation Switch. You don't have a PlayStation Switch? What's wrong with you?
Why can't I just simply create another?
This was genius to me, dude. This solution was genius to me. Figuring out how to use the animation curves with the actual like movement, or with the the animation curve as movements mixed with the animation data. I felt like a true programmer after discovering that.
Would you look at that? Wow, this feels amazing. I once again updated the graphics to include the official character.
Oh yes, there it comes.
Which shameless plug are actually characters to an anime that I'm trying to get produced.
Yes, hopefully I can bring that to market. Wish me the best on that anime.
You just apply hitboxes to the hands, feet, and knees. Apply collision.
Dude, programming is so fun, man. It's so fun. I don't understand why you don't want to program. It's so fun. Like, it's challenging. It's rewarding. It's the worst thing to do. It's the best thing to do. It's just, I love it. So much drama. I love it. Not this, dude. I'm getting flashbacks. I'm getting PTSD just looking at this clip.
It never ends.
Like basically the way this project worked, because like so much was new to me, because I was unable to use like the tools that I'm used to. It was like I would take 2 steps and then have to take like 3 steps backwards, and then take another 2 steps, and then like
This floating bug
one
isn't
step
without
backwards
consequence
and
of
then
not
another
being
two
able to
steps and
interpolate
like two
between
steps back. It
animations.
was like
And honestly, the only reason why this was
it
slowly
was the
killing
word
my
that
brain
I
cell at the
banned
time
earlier
was
in this
because I
commentary.
discovered this bug at 2 a.m. And instead of like a smart person going to bed, I screamed at my
Now that
computer
I'm watching this, I don't understand how you guys watch this content. It's just so, it's like it's inciting. It's like so frustrating. I banned that word, but I lifted the ban. It's so frustrating. Like I feel like I would just be like aggravated and annoyed watching this story unfold the whole time. You just want to see something succeed, and it just never comes.
I just reset the Y value. I mean, that's how fighting works, right? And finally, at last, it's time for the star of the show,
the replay feature, which has no bugs whatsoever. It doesn't cause any problems, right? We just one try it.
Deterministic timeline. We should be able to store a timeline of moves performed, and then instead of asking for your input, we just read from the replay file instead. But I mean,
yep,
look, guys,
here it
you've
comes.
been watching this video. If there's anything to take away, you should know the day that programming goes your way the first try, you better go buy a lot of it. Because the replay feature did work, but for some strange reason, only a percent of the time. I legit don't know.
2 step forward,
sometimes the replay
2 steps forward,
on, but sometimes the replay system
3 steps back.
to play what the replay
every
file was
time.
demanding, and just one defiant move desyncs the entire deterministic
Every time.
timeline. And so, hoping to fix this issue, I decided to rewrite the replay system, and it actually did fix the issue. Well, kind of.
I rewrote the replay system 3 times, I think. I think I did it 3 times. And on the 3rd time, I had the least amount of bugs, and I was like, all right, whatever. Because the only way to fix it from that point is I would have to rewrite a lot of the like engine that I wrote, because the engine was sloppy, which I was not going to do.
Game to try out an official build. And
this was so, oh man. PTS inducing right here, dude. I thought the world was over. I thought it was over. I thought I did all that work, and because I wasn't relying on the legacy animation system, I wouldn't have been able to like actually export the project. But thankfully, this solution was really simple. Thankfully.
But at this point of progress, I was feeling really good, man. It's basically done. So I think now's a good time to tell you how the game.
I don't know. I don't care what anyone says. Like, despite all the frustrations, despite all the unwanted PTSD and inductions, programming is the best thing in the world. I love it so much. It's so much fun.
I was planning on making like a whole deck, and you can build decks and all that stuff, but ran out of time, so you can only select out of 1 to 13 actions represented as cards here, each of which have their own amount of loading turns, action turns.
Yep, gotta explain how the game works.
That each action has some
Can't
sort
leave
of
that out.
consequence associated with it. So for example, if you don't time a super kick correctly, it could leave you open to lose some HP. And the damage
yeah, I think that has value. Like, part of me sometimes I'm like, why do I explain things? But you kind of have to explain things sometimes, you know?
I don't expect an airtight fighting game to be made in a week, but I did ask my girlfriend.
I'm sure you, the viewer, has like a completely different view on the content that, you know, some of your favorite creators release. But as the content creator, you're just constantly just like looking at your work and figuring out like, what can I do to improve it? What did I do wrong? How can I, you know, optimize it even more?
Oh yeah. Oh, good shit. Oh, you hit him. Oh.
I think this game is fun if it was.
That was surprising to me to hear my girlfriend say she thinks the game is fun. Like, that was surprising. I was not expecting that. I'm constantly building like little projects here and there, and I'll have her and like other members of my family try them out. They're like, oh, yeah, cool, whatever. But this one, she actually like said it was fun. That was crazy. Did not expect that. And then all you guys in the comments also said the same thing. I was like, what the hell is going on here? So be on the lookout for Ultra Battles 2. Maybe. No promises, but maybe.
So I made a lazy main menu. I added a bunch of particles to make it pretty enough for you to want to click on it. I added polish where I could.
Yeah, I you know, I came a long way. I used to think that like graphics is such a waste of time, but I think part of the reason why this game kind of has the hype that it does is because the graphics are like okay. Like, they're not the best, but they're okay. Versus if I had like completely shit graphics, I don't think that a lot of you guys would be as hyped about it. I think I'd get a lot more criticism on the graphics. Alright, the video's about to end. See ya.
Yeah. That was that.
Oh no, wait,
I'm
there's a couple
very
more
proud of
seconds.
Ultra Balders.
But that's been the commentary for this year, or 2020 rather.
But who cares?
Next year I'll try and make them a
Actually
bit more
finished.
exciting.
Oh, and for anyone asking about my
Anyone asking about the games, I promise you they're for sure.
I promise you they are for sure.
Yeah, he said.